Audrius, thank you very much for taking time to come and meet us today.
Thank you for having me here.
It's a pleasure, but for those who have not yet had the pleasure of meeting you, please tell us briefly who you are and what you do.
Yeah, so I'm the head of Green Finance Institute in Lithuania, and we have a vision. We want to become a center of green finance ecosystem in Lithuania and in Baltics. And we are trying to do that by encouraging cooperation between the public and private sector. We have a sustainable finance forum, which now has more than 150 members from around 100 different companies and organizations. And by that, we try to create ecosystem possibilities for green finance ideas to be implemented in Lithuania.
All right, then let me just ask you a clarifying question, because we've heard a lot of terms thrown around: sustainability, green finance, green bonds. So how does this all fit, or what exactly are we talking about when we talk about green finance?
Well, when we talk about green finance, we talk about investments, loans, and other finances connected with green projects. So either it's investments into renewable energy or decarbonization projects, or just better use of current resources. So all the investments which are connected with such ideas and projects.
Right, and why is this such an important initiative for the Baltics?
Well, it's not only for the Baltics, it's for the whole Europe. Europe has committed to become the first climate neutral region in the world. So for that, we need money. And even Lithuania has identified that, well, to implement all our goals and commitments, we need more than 30 billion euros. And from public sources, we have around 14.
Right.
So more than a half needs to come from private sources. And Green Finance Institute is trying to encourage the collaboration between public sector and private sector, and to increase the money flow into green ideas and green projects.
All right, and can you maybe put a few more words on what role does Fintech play in coming up with green finance initiatives and solutions?
Well, Fintech is really important. All the studies shows that with better use of technologies, you can really decrease your CO2 footprint. You can make your business work more efficiently, and well, that increases competitiveness of the businesses. So fintechs are really important. In addition to that, we have crowdfunding companies, we have new innovative investment funds, we have other types of fintechs which can help to direct the money from private sector to those projects.
Okay, so then you mentioned that the funding model is sort of split between the European Union and funding coming from private projects. What's the benefit to entrepreneurs, to fintech companies that have ideas or have projects in mind that touch upon the green finance? Why should they choose to develop a green finance product as opposed to developing any other type of financial product?
Well, if you're thinking about green ideas or green projects, for you, first of all, it's easier to get the money because banks and other investors are looking for such projects, and there's really a huge need for projects to invest in. So if you're an entrepreneur and have ideas, for you it will be really easy to collect the money if your idea is connected with sustainability or other green issues.
Right. And now if we look at the region, at the Baltics, let's say that an entrepreneur from Asia has a great idea for a green finance product that perhaps has already been proven in an Asian market. If they want to bring that product to the European market, why should they choose the Baltics as the place to establish it?
Well, first of all, fintech ecosystem. That's why we're having such a huge event here. So we have really well-established fintech ecosystem. In addition to that, Green Finance Institute has its own ecosystem of those who work in the field of green financing. We have people who are willing to help you to create business here. Also regulators. Bank of Lithuania is doing great things when we talk about new Fintech companies, new investment companies. So Lithuania is, I think, the best place to choose if you want to start your green financing business or Fintech business in the Europe.
Right, okay, now this all sounds really good. It sounds very positive. It's like, what's not to love? But I'm sure there's some challenges that green finance ideas still face when bringing their ideas to fruition into the market. What are those main challenges that you've seen that companies sometimes struggle with?
Well, in the field of green finance, there's a lot of factors. Even in Lithuania, I think 4 different ministries, several agencies are doing something. And if you want to create a new business or to implement your idea, you need to connect with all of them.
Right.
That was one of the reasons why we were established. We can help you through us to reach everyone. So we want to become the center and become the leader and to solve the problem of different actors and we need to connect all of them.
Right, so the Green Finance Institute is like a single point of contact that gives entrepreneurs access to the entire ecosystem of the people that need to be involved in validating, issuing the licenses, the funding, etc. So they just need to deal with you, and then you facilitate the access to the market.
Yes, that's correct. And addition to that, we give support for free. So if anyone doesn't understand some of the EU or Lithuanian requirements, laws, doesn't know how to implement any of them, we can help you to do that. We're ready.
Right, and for the Green Finance Institute, do you make any distinction between homegrown companies that have these ideas and maybe companies that are coming from outside the EU that are looking to come into the European market?
No, everyone who wants to have business or to create business in Lithuania is welcome, and we will help everyone to do that.
Okay, very good. Now, let's shift gears a little bit and let's talk about the Baltic Fintech Days, because you're going to be taking the stage on Baltic Fintech Days. Can you maybe give us a sneak peek of what we can expect to hear from you at the event?
Yeah, so there's a lot of changes currently happening in the EU, and after the Mario Draghi's report, sustainability is not only about the new requirements or additional burdens for businesses. Sustainability is connected with competitiveness.
Okay.
So you should look at this through the competitiveness. So how the change of my business could help me to increase the value of the business. How could I become the best of 10 similar or more businesses through the use of sustainable technologies, through the use of renewable energy, or through the use of any other sustainability techniques.
Okay, so if I understand you correctly, then now sustainability is becoming a source of competitive advantage for companies in the financial services industry.
Yes, definitely.
Right. Okay, very good. And then just one last question to close the conversation today. For those who have not yet seen what's happening in the Baltics, for those who have not experienced the buzz and the vibrancy that the Baltics hold when it comes to fintech, what would you tell them so that they come and take a look at what's happening here?
Well, we are hungry. We are ready to implement new ideas. We are ready to help you to implement new ideas. Just come and see us.
I love that, absolutely, and I can certainly attest to that. Working in other regions, there's some markets that are, more mature and more stable, where the pace of change is perhaps stabilized. But you come here and you feel the vibrancy and the dynamism, and that things are happening all the time in the region. So I hope your message reaches far and wide, and it's loud and clear that people should come here, because this is where the action's at. All right, Audrius, thank you very much for your time. Great meeting you.
Thank you.